It's a nice event. I think you guys saw it. It's great for us to give back. This is a really unique program we're creating here, First and 10, where every employee of ours, all of our players, all Browns fans, we want them to give 10 hours of volunteer service. We think if we can do that, we'll achieve over 500,000 hours this year, which will really be significant. We don't tell people what to do, just volunteer, just give back. Our players have a history of it. I have a history of it. And it feels, as I told the people in the room, feels just as good for us as it does for the people you're helping out.
How did you pick this school?
We picked it because it's a local school and we know there's a lot of enthusiasm here.
Yeah.
Why the rookies?
Because we think it's important to start from the very beginning, instilling that the Browns' way is to give back to the community. And you could see our rookies embraced it. It was really fun. They were part of it.
Alec, do you have any information about your training camp plans yet?
No, we talked about this, Tony, last week. We'll look into everything for next year, and we haven't made any decisions. It's a process, and we'll look at everything.
And about this year regulating attendance?
No, when we talked about this last week, we've done this before. We did this with our draft day party, and it's really not about regulating attendance. It's making sure that people can get into training camp that come from different cities and from different states. And so we don't have the exact mechanics of it yet, but we do know there'll be a sign-up online.
You're not the only team that does that, right? There's other teams that kind of do this type of things for training camps?
Yeah, that's my awareness of it.
Alec, obviously Mike Pettit and the coaches are going to have a lot of work on their hands as they try to make Johnny Manziel able to transition on the football side. On the business side, how does his presence affect your job, and how have things maybe changed?
Well, we've been consistent with this. For us, we know the business will do well if we win, and that's the most important thing. Some players have higher profiles than others, but for the most part, if we don't win, our business won't be very good, and if we win, our business will be very good.
Two more questions, guys. We want to make sure we get all the rookies out.
Alec, any discussion about taking training camp off-site just for a day or two this year to a stadium or a campus setting?
We have not yet discussed it, but we haven't finalized our plans for this year either. We'll look at everything.
So there's still a possibility you could do this?
There's a possibility.
Will you have a family night at the stadium? Will you be able to?
Well, we'll look at that, Tony, whether we can have it at the stadium while the renovations are ongoing, or whether we can find an off-site place to do it.
Alec, in the past, Jimmy Haslam has said that he didn't think cheerleaders made sense for Cleveland. And then there was something that came out recently, I think in Scene Magazine, that said the Browns were thinking about adding cheerleaders. So, cheerleaders, yes or no?
Sometimes I see these reports and they cover the gamut, so I'm not sure where they come from.
What is that?
No, we have not looked at it. That report that came out, I don't know where that came from. So we've constantly said we'll talk to our fans. If our fans believe strongly in something, we'll look at it. We're constantly surveying our fans, and this is just one of those areas we'll keep talking to our fans.
Are the renovation plans, everything still on schedule?
Everything's on schedule. Everything's going really well. In a couple of weeks, we'll have more to share on it.
All right, thanks, Al. We got to get the players.